welcome to College Station, Texas. Today, at the home of the 12th man, as the Texas A&M Aggies will set out this afternoon to open the season with a victory at Kyle Field. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Smith takes the handoff. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll run it. At the 40, there he goes. The expressway is wide open. Lowers those pads. He's piled up 65 yards on the ground already. What a way to get this season started.
And a big run for this offense. I tell you what, first game, first half, you want to create as many explosive runs, make the offense as easy as possible to start the season, and that will do it. Nice explosive play by this offense.
A first down run in the red zone. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front 7 and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations. Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. Trying to break this scoreless tie instead to knock it off the post.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Running back searching for a hole. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. And now on first down after converting with the run. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. They get enough rush. rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down.
Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Takes it the other way. At the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. How about that D coming up with a play like that? They're on the board first here in the season opener. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. It's Rourke. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
And from a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. They're not into 3s. They want 6s. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for him.
They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last one. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Smith. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. And the Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because, you know, your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Catch in the middle, it's Cotton. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. First down to start the drive after the break. Motion from the offense. From the gun. Give on the inside. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Rourke. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Touchdown, Aggie! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. And right down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tony.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the pass hits, picked off. Got some room to run. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it. Recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
and they can't make the play on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Unloads to the wideout. Ball in the air, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. On to attempt the try. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Liberty is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. They're trailing by just 4 to FIU. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Back to throw, it's Rourke. Buys a little extra time. He throws into the middle of the field. It's complete. A huge pickup. Let this Aggie quarterback keep picking up yardage with his feet, and all the Aggies will be swaying back and forth.
And it's such a great fan base. I mean, they love their team. They cheer for them. And when the offense is fun and high-flying, and you got a guy dealing at the quarterback spot, they really go nuts.
Gets rid of it. It's complete to the left. Open space at the 25. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And they want this defense spread out across the width of the field, 5 wide on 2nd and goal. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Lining up to add another. Splits those uprights right in half. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Fair catch, called for and made. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give is to Smith. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be. Nowhere to run.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Using his legs to buy some time. He's going to take off.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake, flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Here's the handoff. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rourke. They're trying to get to it. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He hurls one deep down the left side. Catch inside the 25. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The Aggies are in the hurry-up. He's going to pass on 2nd down. He makes the connection. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
With jet sweep pass. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm on that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. Nothing but green ahead. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. And he added the extra point. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. He'll return it. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Trying to get to it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to pass. It's Rourke. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field positions.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. He'll try to put up the 3-ball from 43 yards away. Never a doubt. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
They're bringing heat. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. He rifles one deep to the left. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Trying to find his man on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Keeps it and gets past the chains. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Hand off from the shotgun. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Texas A&M going quickly. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Fires into the end zone. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. Second interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job with the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked. They should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He lets it fly. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinal sin. No better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He'll try the left side. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
And how about that 3rd down? They go 5 wide. They spread the defense out. And at quarterback there, you're just trying to find your best one-on-one matchup. You're making a quick throw, and you're picking up the 1st to keep the drive going.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Texas A&M going up tempo. Looking downfield, it's Rourke. Finds his big tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They've started a pretty good drive. This will be the 7th play, but they need to convert 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll throw it. Zings it complete to the right. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
And that's a really good example of the quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were...
Touchdown, Aggie! And that one will put them up here in the second half. They'll try to add another to their lead. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking the front.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They got the big fellas out there. A three tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Slings it downfield. It's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's good enough for a first down. That's the end of the third quarter of play. Texas A&M 20.
New set of downs after that completion. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The give to the tailback. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes his connection. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. It's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. On the move is the 30. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
QB overthrowing an open guy like that, that is just a kick in the gut for this team.
Power football with the run. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires Throws the pass, intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
They'll go to the ground. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
And the Aggies will move the sticks.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand. They're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
1st and 10 from their own 13. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Texas A&M going quickly.
Second down.
To the air, it's Rourke. Looking to scramble. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Texas A&M ready to go with another 1st down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Touch pass on the run. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Quarterback checking off. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's going to run it. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the 1st down. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some 1st downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
A&M comes back out with another 1st down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a 1st down. Give to the running back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After the strong run on second down, third down coming. Do they do it again? Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Fights off the defender. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Little touch pass to the receiver. Shakes off the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Wants to throw. It's Rourke. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
I like aggressiveness, and I like going for the win. I have no problem with that. But, man, I got to call high percentage throws. I got to make sure I don't do that. Now I turn the football over. Now I got a chance to lose. I hope my defense comes in here and bails me out.
Coming after him. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing? Got room on the return. And he's brought down after the interception, and that's how this one will end. Oh, so close to the defense, making a heroic play. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to